Dash, the dramatic hero, came rushing to Caesar with a life or death message: humans are coming. Grab the stars and run. Caesar realized humans don't forgive troublemakers, so Caesar decided to stick around for the show while Dash's family hightailed it to safety. They're like shape-shifting birds, flying to another survivor group. Part 2 of Rise of the Planet ends here. Tune in next time for Part 3's wild story. Our star, enjoying family warmth, saw green lights flicker about the falls. What? He rose, heading to the glowing pool. Reaching into the water, the Alliance fished out a rope. Oh boy, this is bad. Caesar instantly got the bad feeling, signaling his son to shush. Caesar quickly hid Mom and little bro before darting out for backup, but then a fully armed human strolled into the cave. Blue Hair, hiding nearby, was caught off. Blue Hair pounced on the assassin, effortlessly knocking him down with his tiny fists. Out of nowhere, another surprise guest appeared, while Caesar stumbled upon some patrolling. Just as Caesar was about to call the guard, gunshots echoed in the cave. He dashed back, realizing, wow, Rocket really ran into an unexpected guest. During the brawl, Rocket accidentally triggered a shot, and Caesar picked up the assassin's walkie-talkie only to realize he had fallen into a distracting trap. Racing back to his cave, he found the very lieutenant hunting him was getting ready to bolt down the waterfall. Caesar was like, what's he doing here? He gasped, finding his wife and son on the ground in a pool of blood, victims of the ruthless lieutenant. The lieutenant immediately registered he got the wrong target and aimed and earmarked at letter 3CA plus or minus band 3 earmarked R Cyrillic letter 4 ABC Cedilla IQ Cyrillic letter 4 BB earmarked poundnets and Hoffa earmarked Yokut Egrov letter 775 the Empograph Olga earmarked poundnets and 10 direct reflex a quarter is circumflex Ogrov Cyrillic letter 4 7D earmarked O stroke there IQ K Cedilla I tilde circumflex O earmarked O circumflex Yokut Ikut earmarked is circumflex earmarked times LO IQ earmarked Yokut Egrov IQ earmarked not sign Cyrillic letter 4 BB so LF3 Omalt into the letter GPD pound sign 0 circumflex or circumflex Arabic letter 674 I circumflex or get Omalt a tilde divided by pound copyright. He dashed after the retreating lieutenant, jumping on the rope to pursue him for revenge. The lieutenant intended to shoot Caesar, but Caesar knocked the gun right out of his hand. Defeated, the lieutenant had to abandon the target. After a chaotic cat and mouse chase, the lieutenant had no choice but to turn tail and escape. Yet he still worried for Caesar's safety, wanting to tag along for revenge. Caesar thought, this might be my last ride. Caesar tried to convince them to go back and leave with Yunlei, but the three siblings flat out refused, insisting on sticking with Caesar. They followed the trail of humans to a camp where the lieutenant had been stationed, ready to kick off their revenge plan. As Caesar stepped into building to scout, a little guy carrying firewood popped out, and, seeing the fierce stars, he instinctively prepared to run. Caesar, looking like a fluffy white star, sat down and said, "Hey, I'm not a bad guy. No need to run." While searching, they found a pitiful little girl in one of the houses. Morse felt a pang of sympathy and decided to take the girl along. Thus, they embarked on their adventure to find the lieutenant. They followed the human trails all the way, and finally found the military camp by the seaside. They unexpectedly spotted the traitorous white-haired star. Under pressure, he revealed the lieutenant's location. This morning, part of the humans had already gone to the border to meet more northern soldiers. The rest would be leaving tomorrow. Caesar wondered where the border was, but the clueless white star, treated like a donkey, simply had no idea. Just as he was about to ask, two soldiers appeared. The white star tried to cry for help, but Caesar, suppressing his rage, knocked him out and covered his mouth until the next morning. The remaining soldiers began marching north, and Caesar and his crew stealthily followed. After who knows how long, they finally caught up with the human army, only to see them stop dead in their tracks. Suddenly, gunfire rang out amidst the snowstorm, and everyone quickly hid. After the noise died down, they investigated the gunfight scene. To their shock, they found several soldier corpses in the snow, totally clueless about why the army opened fire. It was a bloody mess. When checking on the last soldier, they discovered he was still alive. Struggling, Caesar tried to communicate, but realized he had lost the ability to speak. With no options left, Caesar ended the soldiers' misery with a shot, then pursued the fleeing human army, only to find the snowstorm had covered their tracks entirely. So, they climbed a power line to get a better view, but noticed a shadow creeping toward the little girl. The shadow was rummaging through the backpacks when the vigilant black con caught onto it, quickly mounting a horse and chasing after. He chased the shadow to an abandoned house, where it finally ducked inside. Once inside, they rounded up the figure hiding in the fireplace, only to discover it. After some chatter, they realized this crafty little monkey could speak fluent English. Unbelievable. Next morning, after getting the naughty monkey's help, they followed it to the lieutenant's hideout. But just as they reached the border, 2 soldiers popped up. Luckily, Rocket swooped in and took care of one of them. But during the fight with another soldier, Black Con got hit and went down. Caesar's heart raced in worry. Watching his brothers risk their lives for his personal vendetta, Caesar bravely pushed Morris and the rest away, determined to go solo. As he stealthily approached the lieutenant's camp that night, he was heartbroken to see bodies of his kin everywhere. Panic-stricken, he rushed to the cliff's edge to examine the camp, only to be horrified to find all his kin captured. Just as he was about to ask something, the stars behind him stirred. Caesar quickly set down his fellow star. At this moment, Caesar sensed a serious threat, quickly using the strong stars as hostages to threaten. While intensely questioning, something odd suddenly fell on the sentry's head. He looked up, and smelly dark goop splattered on his face. The soldier furiously dashed down from his post, ready to interrogate the stars, but was completely stunned by the scene before him. The stars parted, leaving Rocket standing there, clutching evidence of crime. The soldier thought, what on earth do these stars want? Cautiously stepping forward to punish the stars, a pair of hands suddenly shot out from below and dragged him into a hidden hole. Why were these stars fighting? That's the challenge the lieutenant faced. Since Caesar was captured, he toiled alongside the stars, moving bricks every day. Unaware of the true purpose behind the lieutenant's wall-building endeavor, Caesar slyly observed his surroundings and finally realized the lieutenant was preparing for a battle.